and welcome to our show, Radhika Talks. We chat to renowned Ayurvedic doctor and SITAR player, Dr. Kanada Narahari. Welcome to our show, Dr. Narahari.
Thank you so much, Radhika ji, and I'm very happy to be here with you today in Radhika Talks.
Now, for the benefit of our viewers, please can you very briefly tell us what is Ayurvedic medicine?
That's a very important question. In fact, Ayu means life and Veda means science or knowledge of the science. Here Ayu refers to the life of the whole birth, from birth to the end. What one has to do, how one should be living in the life to achieve optimum health benefits and to be in an optimum healthy state. So Ayurveda is a system of herbal medicine, herbo-mineral medicine. Ayurveda is a system where it teaches you the sequences of the betterment of life, how to lead the life. And Ayurveda is not only that, its ultimate achievement is moksha, because Ayurveda came across along the scriptures of Hinduism or Vedas 5,000 years ago, where all the Vedas and the scriptures concentrate in achieving moksha, the salvation at the end of life. So Ayurveda is not just system of medicine, it's not just system of massages and simple things that people see, but Ayurveda is complete system of medicine and living healthily.
So it would be safe to say that Ayurveda is like medicine for the soul as well as for the body.
Of course. Now let us put it in that way. That's a very good interpretation. Yes.
Yes. Now say if somebody had some sort of illness and they came to you, how would you go about treating that person who's ill?
In fact, Ayurvedic doctors or Ayurvedic medicine stands a little bit different from the normal medicine doctors in understanding a patient's problem. What happens when the patient comes to an Ayurvedic doctor, we check the nadi of the patient, nadi of the rogi. The nadi, the pulse, usually the radial pulse, which is referred to as in science, will give us an idea about which doshic imbalance may be leading into which problem in the constitution. Of course, the patient will come with the history, patient will come with the laboratory investigations, patient will come with all the probable scientific background of producing disease. But Ayurvedic understanding is completely different, because Ayurveda looks into the root cause by understanding the doshas. And also Ayurveda has its own diagnostic system, because there are scriptures called Madhava Nidana, is a 16th century scripture which completely establishes the diagnosis of Ayurveda in its own way. So understanding constitution of the patient, presenting complaints and the problems, understanding the doshic imbalances and the prakriti, and we say it as dosha dhatu mala imbalance. So in a holistic way we understand the problem and we try to solve that with correcting the lifestyle and giving the herbal medications or herbo-mineral medications. Yeah.
Now for the benefit of our viewers, you've mentioned something about doshic imbalances. Now, I've heard a long time ago something about everybody has the 3 doshas within their body. Please, can you elaborate about that?
Okay. See, doshas are in the body and in the universe. Doshas are nothing but the proper combinations of 5 major elements. 5 major elements are Prithvi, that is earth, next one is water, then fire, then air, and the final one is space, the ether. So when you put this combination properly, it comes to 3 doshas: Vata, Pitta and Kapha. These 3 doshas, Vata can be very nicely explained in a way that nervous system of the body, central and peripheral nervous system of the body. Then the Pitta, action of Pitta, is all the enzymatic activities in the body, all the cellular level chemistry of the body can be correlated to Pitta, action of the Pitta. Then comes the Kapha. Kapha is responsible for all the hard structures and hard metabolism in the body is because of Kapha. So these 3 doshas will constitute a person. I am talking, you are listening, because of Vata.
Oh.
The color because of Pitta. The structure of the body is because of Kapha. I am lean, my Kapha is lesser. I talk too much, my Vata is high. So there is, it's very interesting in fact. Yes, yes.
Yes. So what you're saying is essentially you will prescribe something that will bring all of the doshas in balance.
In balance.
And tell us what happens when the doshas are in balance. How does the person outwardly appear? What is the goal to achieve? Is it like an equipoise balance? Are they more, the prana is very high?
Yes, no, that's very optimal question, because when the doshas are imbalanced, your health will go off. This is the first thing. It can be, some people you will see their immunity is very low, because the dosha is imbalanced, because of the bad lifestyle, because of the bad eating habits, sleeping patterns, in a nutshell, because of improper lifestyle or some diseases, some infections, the doshas in the body get aggravated or go low. Then the goal of Ayurveda is to achieve it in a right way, where proper management with herbal oral medications, lifestyle changes and panchakarma is achieved.
Now, how did you, I know you were raised in the south of India in Karnataka, how did you take to Ayurveda?
That's very nostalgic question actually. Yeah, what happened when I was studying my 10th grade, my father brought a book which was in Kannada. That's a scripture called Sushruta Samhita. Because it was not in Sanskrit, it was in Kannada. During those days, it was a bit difficult for me to read and understand Sanskrit completely, because I was going through the normal schooling method. So when it was in Kannada, I studied Sushruta Samhita. Interesting, I found it very interesting, and I always found, the system of medicine of our own earth has so much importance, and its approach to a disease is so holistic. It won't treat the root, it won't treat the signs and symptoms, it treats the root cause. So when I started getting an affinity towards Ayurveda. So I can say, as my father is a great initiator to study Ayurveda, because he never took a drug in his whole life. Drug refers here to all chemistries, all chemical components, all Western medications. So he always insisted us to follow Ayurveda properly, and he is still today, he is 70 and he is very young, he is 68 and he is very young, he follows only Ayurveda. So the whole environment at home made me to study, understand, get an affection towards Ayurveda, which is our own system of medicine.
Well, I believe you, and it really must be working for you, because you appear to be glowing and you certainly have a certain effulgence about yourself. I'm sure our viewers will agree, those watching. But I want to know, you have now taken Ayurveda and combined it with your love for music. And that's an unusual combination, and you've become really well known because of your affinity for playing the sitar. So take us through that. How did that come about?
That is also a very nostalgic question. My mother used to sing always. She studied Carnatic classical vocal. Very good singer. She used to sing always at home when she is cooking, when she is doing household works. And my father is well-versed, well-known an artist in a traditional form of performing arts called Yakshagana. So there is a variety of Carnatic singing there as well. So this made me to grow in a way, always I hear music. So that probably made me to get into the music and absorb or imbibe inside me. To be very frank, when I was very young, maybe 4 or 5, I always used to hum something, sing something in a tal, in a rhythm. So everybody used to get annoyed. Why this boy is always humming something? I still remember in my 7th standard, when you sit in the class, yeah. I used to tap on the bench, and my teacher asked me, actually, are you gonna become a tabla player? No, I said, maybe true. Then he, go out of the class, don't disturb me. I remember all these things makes me really interesting when you look back.
Now, I've seen you perform on stage, and one of the things I think everybody gets riveted when you start to play, because the sitar is not a very common instrument. There are not many musicians that know how to play the sitar, and it's got a very unique sound. But I notice when you start to play, you sort of do a build up to a crescendo, And I don't know whether that happens to all sitar player or that's your personal style of music.
Not exactly. Whoever learns properly under Guru Shishya Parampara. Guru Shishya Parampara is something where you go to your Guru, you sit, you serve your Guru, not only learning the music but doing household works of Guru, help Guru to go out, do the things. This is Guru Shishya Parampara. So here what happens, you understand music, not only how to play the instrument but to love and try to understand what really music is. Music is something which never comes only by practice. There must be some pain, there must be a proper tutelage under trained ustads or trained gurus. So I'm so fortunate, my Guruji Pandit Sanjeev Kurti brought me up in that way. He made me to learn sitar. Whatever I am today on sitar is only because of him. Whoever plays the sitar, there is a traditional way of playing sitar. Initially there is alap, which has no rhythm. Basically it's like creating the mood of the raga. And then the pattern comes called jod alap, which has a rhythm, increasing crescendo as you told, the rhythm, but there won't be an accompanying tabla there. Then it reaches to the highest peak level. That peak is everybody's talent, whoever practice much will reach to the speed. And also balancing the mood of the raga and giving the rhythm there is a very good combination, and there must be a chemistry there. So whoever practices well under proper tutelage, under learned scholars or gurus will definitely play like that. I'm not only the one.
Well, that's good to hear. And I'm sure something our viewers don't know is that when you play the sitar, I remember you said once that you have to give a little blood to the instrument because you do it with such a frenzy that there you have it. So does it happen all the time? Because that means you really dedicated and committed to your craft,
true.
to give blood to your passion. Won't you agree?
Of course, that's true. Because as I told, there is no pain, then I still remember my initial days. When I hold sitar, always it used to hurt a lot. Then my Guru told me, practice this pattern for 100 times. I could practice only 10 times and then I feel, oh no, I can't practice 11th time. At a point I bleeded, my fingers bleeded. Then I thought, okay, let me stop here, continue tomorrow. But that continued for a while till you get your fingers hard and strong enough to play it.
And you can tell us a little bit about the support you've received from your family and your community with regards to this passion of both Ayurveda and sitar playing.
Yeah, so my biggest support is my wife Anjali and my little baby ICD, and of course my father and mother, parents. They brought me up in a way where my father never told me you have to achieve that. He never told me. He just told me, see, these are all the things that you can look at. But he never insisted me, you must score this much in the school, you must achieve this level. No. So that he always made me very comfortable. And today my wife, I practice at night for 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock till late night. In spite of that, my baby cannot really sleep properly. She may be jumping and dancing in the other room, bedroom, but she still never came and told me stop practicing, because she knows that's the moral support and that's the highest support that I'm receiving. And from the community, I'm very glad that I'm meeting always good people. One is sitting here, supportive and always with love. Fortunately in South Africa, I never met any person who is not supportive to my talent and my love towards music and Ayurveda. So everybody who came across my life is all God-sent people, I can say.
Well, thank you for that lovely good wishes. But you know what, I have to tell you, you give off a lot of positive energy, so that's why you get it back, because I'm a big believer in if you spread love and you put it out there, it's exactly what you received in return tenfold.
True, that's 100% right.
But you're very fortunate to have a supportive spouse, because most musicians, they really struggle with their spouses not understanding their commitment to their passion. So I have to say, yes, your wife is, you're very lucky to have a wife like that.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Narahari is very renowned in both SITAR and Ayurveda, and he regularly gives discourses at various events. But more importantly, you do something on radio. Tell us.
Yes, yes. I'm very fortunate that Hindi Shiksha Sangh South Africa and AYURVANI, they offered me to give talks on a show called AYURVANI that I started there. I speak on Ayurveda, different Ayurvedic topics, and my very good well-wisher Devika Madariji hosts that show, and there I speak on Ayurveda, different topics of Ayurveda, and people's listeners' call will be answered. Any doubts on Ayurveda or any health doubts, they call us over there, and that will be answered there.
There you have it, every Thursday, Radio Hindwani, 3 to 4. Dr. Narahari, thank you so much. I'm sure our viewers have learned so much about Ayurveda that they didn't know before. I myself am going to look into my doshas and make sure that they're properly balanced. But we want to take this opportunity from the team at Radhika Talks to thank you for being on our show, and thank you for the lovely music you put out there. We all find it very soothing and lovely. So thank you, keep at it. And thank you for being on our show, Vanakkam.
Thank you so much, Vanakkam, and thanks for having me here. I'm so fortunate, as I told before, I'm so fortunate I'm a part of this show. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are fortunate to play out with Dr. Narahari rendering a lovely piece on his sitar.